Come to think of it. So, the coffee's about all that's left. Can I get you some?
Is there a gas leak in here?
Yes. I
Yes.
put in a work order about, 50 years ago. They certainly are taking their time with it, aren't they? Well, no harm done, I suppose. Now, how about that coffee?
Sure.
Coming right up. Here at Slocum's, Joe. All
Yeah, wavy air.
to a perfect 200 degrees
Uh-oh.
Fahrenheit. You might want to stand back.
Sup, Jade Moon 9.
You good? You good? Ow! You live too long. Ow. If only there was water nearby. I like that they keep, sir? Ooh! Ooh. Well, that wasn't right. That was not right. That was not right. Love the noises. Just reminds me of the whooping snakes from Abominable. Whoop 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 whoop. Whoop 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 whoop. Okay, I'm in a loop. I need to do something. I need to tilt. Tilt! There was another path to the side, I saw it, so tilt that way, tilt this way. Woo! Tilt. Tilt. Ow! That was rude. Too bad, no more pumpkin spice for you. You're only allowed the Spice Girls anymore. You wanna? You wanna? You wanna?
Yo, Parker Power 38.
Zigga, zigga, zigga,
How you
zigga,
doing?
Zigga, zigga, ah.
Come to think of it. So, the coffee's about all that's left. Can I get you some?
Is there a gas leak in here?
Yes. I put in
Yes.
a work order about, 50 years ago. They certainly are taking their time with it, aren't they? Well, no harm done, I suppose. Now, how about that coffee?
Sure.
Coming right up. Here at Slocum's, Joe. All
Yeah, wavy air.
to a perfect 200 degrees
Uh-oh.
Fahrenheit. You might want to stand back.
If it somehow dodges me right now, I'm gonna be very annoyed though. No! It doesn't wait at all.
Sup, Lamith.
Whoa, he got me in the air. Whoa, whoa. And that's totally why I'm losing now. It's because I changed my skin. And it's ruined my survivability. That's a word! Don't need to question it. That's a word. Survivability. Surbibidibble. My Surbibidibble. Like, I like Surbibidibble. Surbibidibble is... Coffee Boy said you're new to the city. Where do you do your painting? In my apartment. That explains it. Every brushstroke whispers, can't breathe, shackles, imprisonment. Fuck you. Here, I'll do it while one-handed.
I hope Belle will be proud.
Fair. So, so that's the joke. And it does me. I say as my grandfather used to say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Oh, I'm sorry, but that is an amazing line. That's really good. Oh. Yeah, no. That might be one of my favorite puns in a long time. Oh. Okay. Anyone want to tell me how I got here? How did I get here? How am I here? What?
Boss says this is a simple job. Collect the gems, cash the check.
Who are
Hi,
you?
a Pixel Rose. Happy you're here.
What? Hello. I want to scream at my computer. I want to scream at my computer today, y'all. Like, I've been up since about 4 in the morning. It's currently noon. And I have been trying to fix one problem for 7 of those hours. And I didn't find a solution. I just found struggles. And now the issue I'm running into is there's a setting in OBS for this, right? And there's a toggle for it. And it's called spout output settings, right? And it's got a little auto start option on it. I have it unchecked, but when I restart, what's going to happen is I'm going to restart later, and that'll be back on. So that's going to drive me nuts. But let's see. Hello to Jade. Hello to Pika. Hello to Larmith. Hello to Rose. Congrats, Pika, on the first. And hello to Lapis.
I propose we rename it Maritown, Mariville, Maropolis, or Scrungleton.
Scrungleton's pretty good. My head is feeling decent. I've sorted the big thing for me is like I'm trying to get all the little things that were bothering me with motion sorted. Hey Snow, I'm trying to get all of it sorted, right? And the issue I'm dealing with is the thing I need to use for OBS is called Spout. In order to get Spout to send to motion without any lag. Now, what's happening is I'm doing that. I'm pulling it off. But if I have the filter on anything, doesn't even have to be an active, I could have it
Jade Moon
disabled.
9, what type of outfit do you think would suit me here?
But what's happening is when I try to launch OBS, it just never opens. And I found somebody else having the issue. Never a solution. I found 2 other people that are having the issue. No solution was ever given. It never got resolved. It's a 1.5 years old and it never got resolved. It's like, great. I like that this song is playing. I just want to be clear with this song that's playing right now. Like, there's an artist named A Witch. And I picked her because she did a anime theme. Akiko Urasaki, known professionally as A Witch, is a Japanese hip-hop artist. She made her major label debut with Universal Music Japan in 2020. Her stage name is short for Asian Wish Child. She did this song, which is great. Hey, Yuna. But yes, for anybody who hasn't seen, welcome to my base. Welcome to my base. This skin's gonna have to be redone eventually. But welcome to my base. Here we are. But the problem now is the plugin, one of the plugins, apparently wants to be enabled every time I stream. And if the auto one is enabled, which I don't want enabled, my average time to render frames adds like 20 milliseconds, which leads to me losing about a frame every 5 seconds or so. I don't actually have plans today. I don't have plans today. But as that fun little regular reminder to everybody, if you've not seen my base before, which I believe everybody has, but if you've not seen my base before, there's no modded blocks here. We just vibing today. We just vibing today. Apparently that's gonna make me dizzy today. But yeah, it's just a day to relax and be silly and exist. But I hope y'all are doing well. I need to work on the boat more. Obviously, the boat is not looking its best, because I don't know how to detail a boat. But I wanted to hang out with y'all and spend some time here. As a reminder, too, Tuesday I will not be doing a morning stream. I'm doing demo spree on Tuesday. So that is happening. And I got to play one of them. I got to start the demo on one of them, and it is an experience. It is an experience. I've already tested one of the demos, just to make sure it ran, all the settings were good. I've fallen in the water. Yeah, I don't exactly have plans today. Like there's a lot we can do. I believe what we were doing last time is we're actually digging out. We were digging. We were actually digging. So we need to take that off, put that on, put on my new helmet that we got, because we got the helmet last time. And then we need to drop some things off. See if there's anything we can drop off. We were able to drop a little bit off, not a lot though. Yeah, what we were doing is we were placing mud down here, to make this area make a little more sense, design-wise, right? Because what was happening is the boat at its current height is scraping against the ground, which isn't a huge problem there, but we do want to keep moving this down. So like I want this shape here, but then I want to go one lower, so that way we can actually have a shape here. So what we need to do is we need to start removing another layer. And thankfully we've got our turtle helmet, which makes this a lot faster. And this is a turtle helmet without anything special on it. right? Like, this isn't a great turtle helmet. But the advantage is you can just go above there, and that'll immediately fill the underwater breathing part, and then you can just go back down, and your breathing will actually reset during that time, so. But yeah, we need to remove a bunch of this. I'm gonna start drowning in a second. Help! Help! I can't swim! That's not even my fault! I couldn't... It wouldn't go into swim mode. It wouldn't go into swim mode. I was trying. That. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have a day. We're gonna have a day apparently. I don't need that. I don't need that. Don't need the mushrooms. Don't need the seeds. The rest I do need though. Go back down, go over here a little bit. Yeah, we need to just keep removing chunks of this, because this is at least something I can passively do, and like, for when I don't have an idea, and then if I get an idea, we can change up, right? Because there's gonna be a decent amount of, amount of terraforming in this area. Because I want it to look like boats can come in here, so... Is the one disadvantage, because I wasn't originally like planning for a dock. I was planning for a, like a path back, but the dock aesthetic just kind of spoke to me as like, no, this is how we want to do this. So I just didn't think about really the amount of modification I need to do to the modification I would need to do to the underwater portion of it, you know. Let's go into my music library. What do we got? No. 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 That'll work. Enjoy. Sometimes you just need something silly. Ugh. Hey, Cole. Yeah, this area we want higher up, so this is fine. Hey, Red. I like that the lyrics of this is just, are you uncomfortable? Yes. We're gonna need a new puppet mode when everything gets overhauled, aren't we? Like, just thinking about it, like, we're gonna have to get a new puppet. Now, the question is gonna be how we do the new puppet, right? Because since I'm going to be visually on the screen, do we just put a puppet on my hand for it? Is that what's gonna happen? Do we put a puppet on my hand? Or do we do, like, a puppet version of me appears and then my old one stops talking? Or do we do a full-on model swap where my model hides and then we have like a little stage for a puppet to come out? Like there's a lot of possibilities, right? Ugh. Well, it's not gonna be a milkshake anymore, Red. That's the point. We're unmilkshaking the stream. Milkshake's still gonna exist, but Milkshake is no longer going to be me, which is important. Go, refill. Oh, I see, I see. I should try and convince Ellie to make me a theme song. For like waiting for the show to start type music. Just a little like jingle that we can loop. But like certain things are gonna get weird, like just like me being upside down right now, right? I'm not sure what the approach is gonna be when it comes to that, because it's like, well, upside down's not going to visually work the same way. So there's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be like removed from circulation. And yeah, there's gonna be questions that I don't have the answer for. I mean, I spent hours this morning just trying, but see, the problem is I've been working hard, but the amount of things that are actually getting done is so slim because it's mainly bug repair and sorting out issues ahead of time. Like what I'm gonna have to do for OBS, the main thing is like, well, this isn't fixable, but thankfully I'm restarting some stuff. So I'm slowly losing my mind is what's happening. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with OBS and why it keeps auto-starting my one source. That's a big problem that needs figured out. And see, that's one of those things that I want to avoid as well there, what Red's talking about. Is there's a lot of things that conflict with each other, and I'd like to make them no longer conflict. Or find some way to sort out any of the conflicts that do stuff like that. So, interesting little bug there. I don't know if you're noticing this. Apparently the fireflies do not care if I am below water or not. Which is odd. Like, they will just keep spawning below the water surface. But yeah, a lot of work to do on the overlay. My main priority right now is figuring out what's going on and why the spout plugin is auto-starting, because it is not supposed to be. I'll turn it off. I'm guessing what I need to do is I actually need to turn off the setting, tell it to start, tell it to stop, and then maybe it'll save that. And like maybe just starting it is the only time it saves and not just when you toggle the setting, which is obnoxious, but that may be what's causing the issue there. But we're gonna be working on like the new stage design, which might be my stream Friday. We might do an art stream then, depending on how I'm feeling. But we might do an art stream on Wednesday, right? And that art stream will be Blender and maybe like toying around and trying to get kind of the general shapes down. I fixed the issue that we all saw if you were here yesterday. How we were having trouble with motion, getting videos to show correctly. I cannot use Mix It Up to play the videos, which is a bit annoying for me. However, I can manipulate and get the videos to play correctly inside motion. So I'm not sure which method is going to be the proper approach there, but we do have a fix. I'm tiny. And I'm stuck. I am but a tiny cowbear. Hello. What do I have on this? Just efficiency. I'm gonna need to drop off a bunch of this junk. Back to normal. But yeah, I want to get a bunch of like special effects all sorted out, get everything really working and clean, and that it's gonna be hard. It is going to be very difficult for me to get it all exactly as I want it, and I'm aware of that, but I refuse to give up, you know. Drop that off. That can go away. Ooh. Why do I keep having my keys feel like they're not working? And I don't like it. A little hard to see what's going on now. I need my apples. Apples! Oh, I can see when I'm underwater. But yeah, a lot of the... One. The answer is one, and it's not the one that likes treats. The answer is it's the one cat who I've never seen eat in his entire existence. I have legit never seen him eat in my life. I've seen him throw up, but never seen him eat. Okay, so, just looking at this. I got that boat there. I'm not gonna have a boat on this side. I don't technically need this side to be that much lower. I need mainly that way to be lower and the other side of the dock to be lower. So this, I technically don't need to go as far down as I have over there, but I do need to take out this section. Hey, Lee! This is possible, Red. Hello, Lee. Hello, Lee Raiders. I hope Blender went well for you, Lee. Lee is also, like I am, constantly trying to learn Blender. The hard part with Blender is retaining anything you learn. I think that is the hard part with Blender. But for anybody who doesn't know who I am, that came from Lee Stream. Hello, everybody. My name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I am a chill variety streamer who just wants to relax. Especially with how things have been lately. I've been so stressed out. So stressed out! Like, we started today's stream with issues related to what's stressing me out, so hopefully we can get that sorted sooner rather than later. Does this work? Yep. But yeah. Hey, Beard. Just as kind of a thing for Lee, since I was rambling about this and I know Lee's seen it. Basically, my OBS when I start it up now is starting up a spout feed, which is taking up GPU, and it shouldn't be.
Who needs taste buds anyway?
Rude.
Jade Moon 9 has given us a gross bean.
Rude.
Eat the bean. It's not a bear.
I don't like... Okay. The snot or pear one shouldn't taste bad, right? I mean, it's not going to be great, but it shouldn't really taste like, oh, this is awful type vibe, right? I think we can agree on that. Like, it's snot, but it's like, eh. Whatever. We've all tasted our own mucus before, one way or another. We've all been sick. What I don't understand is why the snot beans taste like they have pepper in them. Like, I assume they were trying to do, like, the whole sneezing thing to get the snot, but the pepper is weird. Hey, Hans. 3, 2, 1. Blech. Ugh. Ugh. It goes, yeah, it was better a few seconds ago before I ate a snot bean. Oh, you know what could be really cute for the, for like, just for instance, like the 3D filter redeem for the new one?
Key term in there is our own. I cannot verify how different or peppery someone else's may be.
Fair, I guess. Hey, Tiff. But, okay, so what if when, like, the 3D or chromatic aberration effect gets played, that, like, or if we're doing... Oh, you know what we could do? We could take the chromatic aberration one and combine it with the color blindness ones and have it add, like, colored filters to the left and right sides of the screen. To just kind of, like, mimic how it feels to be looking at a 3D movie. That use the old glasses. That could be cute. But yeah, there's just gonna be a lot of, like, revamped stuff that we've got to figure out with the new stage, and I want to make everything more fun. So what's likely going to be happening with a lot of the things, because like right now with the way we have things done, right? The way a lot of it is done is that it affects my gameplay, and then you're seeing my gameplay affected. What I want to do is I want to affect my gameplay, but I want to have kind of a separate effect for y'all. So you'll have a screen that'll show my game getting affected, but then you'll get like stuff that happens around you that'll also be like doing stuff. So the one I think of most easily is like Wibbles, right? Where it's kind of like an underwater kind of vibe. We could do the water effect, right? On my screen, but then maybe the room y'all are in fills up with water, right? Like maybe it just gets like a layer of water filling the entire room. So it has that effect that there's been something done to the world around, and we just do stuff like that, right? I think there's an idea of fun that could be done with that, you know? And I wanna try and figure out the best way to do a lot of that.
Arterial underscore
You are
it says,
talkative, Mari.
and I quote, vital query about the rebrand. Do I need to get my union rep in here, or is my tenure going to be respected? Fair warning, my union rep is Doug.
Oh, Red, we're sorry, not Red. Oh, Mari, we're reducing your hours, actually. I haven't told you. We're reducing your hours. We're taking on a second employee. So we are going to give you a pay raise, but we are reducing your hours. Okay. No, for anybody who doesn't know, we're actually bringing on a second TTS pet is part of the plan. And that second TTS pet is going to be the source of the sound, the source of noise and things like that. Hopefully. I'm a bit concerned with how I'm gonna have to do some of this because there's some odd layering and trickery I have to do, but
Flat increase or percentage? I'm familiar with multiplying by 0.
oh, you'll be getting 2 more moss per hour. But as I said, we're bringing on another employee, so your hours may be cut. But your duties will also be cut. So I mean, take that as you will. Okay, I need mud. Ah! Found a hole. Mud? Mud. Whoop. Okay. So this side, we have a building, and I don't want the boat trying to creep in past this point. Hey, Logan, welcome, welcome. Right now, I don't actually have a plan. I'm just kind of... Oh, thank you so much, Cole.
10 packs to the community.
Right now, I am just kind of... Ow. I am just kind of changing out the underwater portion of this, trying to make this feel a little bit better to me when I look at it from above, which it's a very subtle difference here, but I'm trying to get this to look a bit nicer. But y'all should go claim some of those packs. Those are specifically Minecraft packs. So those are ones that'll let you mess with the stream, mess with the games directly. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated.
This should be acceptable as long as proper respect for seniority is written in full.
Ooh, this is gonna be awkward, Mari, but I don't know how to tell you this, but Milkshake has tenure already. Okay, so that there. Let's move this back. I have no idea what I'm listening to today, by the way. I am on a radio station, so this is... It sounds like they're screaming about papayas. I would scream about papayas. Pa, yeah. No, but I think it's an odd situation where, if we're talking about the TTS pets, right? Technically speaking, because the TTS pet is Milkshake.
No, that's fine. Milkshake is extremely bullyable. Oops, quiet part out loud. Never mind.
But no, because the new TTS pet is going to be Milkshake. A redesign of Milkshake, but still Milkshake. For anybody unaware, Milkshake has always been my mascot character, and I'm putting Milkshake back in that position. Yes, Lee? Oh, checking. But yeah, I'm putting Milkshake back into the position for being TTS. So there's some trickery I'm gonna have to do to get it to work the way I want it to. Mainly because I think the more spout feeds I do, the laggier it's gonna be. So I'm gonna have to toy with getting everything hopefully into basically one or two scenes overall, and then cropping them in interesting ways. It should work fine. It's just gonna be some messiness while I try and get everything just right. Because obviously, like, the more sources you're sending, the worse it's gonna be. I'm going to be trying to reduce the number of overlay layers I need for Mix It Up. I am using a lot, right? Because of, like, my accessories and things like that. So I'd like to try and get some things maybe into the same browser source and just cropped appropriately and things like that. Like, there's just a lot of, like, bits and pieces. Lots of bits and pieces I need to really get sorted, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the end result, but I'm not looking forward to the process. It's like assembling a puzzle. Assembling the puzzle isn't necessarily the fun part, but the satisfaction when you get it done is. The problem is every single piece in this puzzle is a circle. And I gotta sort that shit out, so take that as you will. Oh, could you imagine how evil a puzzle would be if all the pieces were circles and they had to overlap? Like if you had circular pieces that had little grooves in them so they could stack. I'm inventing a new kind of torture. So I watched 2 new anime episodes last night. I love checking out new animes, and I think there's a lot of interesting like charm to a lot of different stories. Isekais especially are my favorite, because I find them corny in a fun way, and I like seeing what takes they do. We have I'm gonna call it a reverse isekai. It's technically not a reverse isekai. It's an isekai that un-isekai'd with somebody else now isekaiing. But it's Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf is the one. And basically, somebody, when they sleep, they go and exist in another world. So they're slightly younger in the other world because of the amount of time spent there is how much they age, blah, 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 blah. Or at least that's kind of their theory on it. They're not exactly sure, but they're like a teen in the fantasy world, and then they're 25, 26 in our world. I can't remember specifically which. But basically, he came back to our world and accidentally brought somebody with him on his way back. And it's mainly him showing her Japan and stuff. And I find that to be really cute, right? Because, I mean, it's a reverse isekai. They've just flipped the overall, like, connection there, right? So, I like that. I like that as a premise. This is gonna be interesting, because I kind of want to... We've raised it here. And I had this idea to flatten this. Maybe we do that, but we have a spot that's lower. But watching that one, and then there's one I find funny because they've, like, skipped the entire fact that he was isekai'd. Like, he's aware he's been isekai'd. We don't know how it happened. We don't know what caused him to get isekai'd. He has no idea. It's just one of those things where it, like, fast forward, like, quick scrubbed it. But it's, middle-aged online shopper in another world or something like that. But basically he just, it's campfire cooking in another world, but just a different take on that same story. Anybody who watches enough anime knows that, most anime has, like, it exists twice. Like, within, like, 3 years of each other, you will see, you will usually see 2 anime that have almost identical plots. And it's pretty consistently the case that you will have 2 anime with the same plot that come out in very, very short time of one another. And this one is campfire cooking. Where in campfire cooking, he basically had the ability to buy from Amazon. Buy from Amazon was his power. But he still needed to get, like, currency and drop it in. Hey, Scolipede! But I watched those last night, and I enjoyed both of them. And I'm really enjoying a lot of the anime this season. Usually the first season of the year is pretty much always the season that I enjoy the most throughout the year. The first season of the year is usually the most cozy animes. And I believe the idea is that more people are indoors because of the snow and stuff like that, so it's more shows you watch and bundle up and hang and just, like, cuddle together and watch. So it's a lot more romance, a lot more cuddly, a lot more romantic vibes, and it's just it's. I love those stories, and especially when you start combining it with crappy isekai, it's just exactly what I want to watch. So I'm already enjoying this year's anime start. Which one's that, Pika? Do you know the name? Oh, yeah. A bureaucrat reincarnate. It's something bureaucrat. I know what you're talking about. Bureaucrat's in the title. It's like a 60-year-old bureaucrat reincarnates as the villain of an Otomo game. I'm hyper aware of a lot of anime. I think its first episode was actually yesterday. I hate that I do not have a log for that. I need to grab a log before I fail to fix that spot, because I'm gonna end up losing it. Can't jump that. From bureaucrat to villainous. Yeah, it's a bureaucrat reincarnates into an Otomo game. I know the premise. There we go. Itchy nose. It's a good I heard the big advantage is, wow, he's not a creep. Is one of like the big comments, which is sad that the bar is that low, but that is the music a good volume, by the way, everybody? I think a lot of anime, like I understand having kind of that little bit of perversion, because there's a lot of moments where a lot of the main characters will be very socially ill-adjusted, like they're neats, right? They're shut-ins. They're not part of everything. I think the top anime this season, though, top anime, for at least if we're talking artistically, is Zanshu. I believe it was Zanshu is the name of it. It's an isekai, kind of. It's an isekai where an animator gets isekai'd. And her power is storyboarding. Her special power is storyboarding, but she's isekai'd back into a classic animated film. And it is absolutely beautiful. Just there's little things in it, and one of the things that stood out to me really impressively is they so in Zanshu, the when she gets isekai'd, her the whole world actually does a very slight visual shift. Morning Dragon. There's a very subtle visual shift to the anime, and you're really not gonna know unless you're somebody who pays attention for this. But when she is in the other world, the entire world has a paper texture over it. It's very slight, but there's a whole little like paper texture, and having been drawn on paper rather than digital. Now it is still digital, but it has that little like callback to it, and it's just got this charm to it, and it's so subtle. Also, I think they added slightly rougher edges to all the lines, so the digital brush they used had actual like mimicking of pencil strokes a little bit. And it's just enough to, and it's super subtle. Like, you're not gonna see it if you're not watching it in HD. You're not gonna see it if you're not like focusing on it. But it's such a little touch, and I appreciate it. Because like when she uses her power in that anime, she's drawn in modern style. The art style doesn't change really, but she's drawn without that paper texture on her, and the lines are cleaner again. And it's just very it's very subtle, so it doesn't like distract, but it is there, and I love it. Like I don't even care if the story ends up being awful. I don't think it will, but even if the story ends up awful, like, this is my top anime this season, and I don't think anything will top it. Like, I don't watch most things more than once. It takes a lot for a show for me to go, oh yeah, I'll watch this again, right? It takes a lot for me to do that. And I've already watched the first episode of that twice. And I don't do that. I don't rewatch things. And I rewatched it. And it's like that is... There's very few things I have on my list of things I've rewatched. Like, I've rewatched the TV show The Magicians. I've rewatched, I'm blanking on the name of the movie right now. Oh, Book of Eli. I've rewatched Book of Eli. I will rewatch Eden of the East pretty consistently. That is one of my favorite animes of all time. And I've rewatched this, so this is already on my list of things I will rewatch. And that's a big... Like, mentally, that's a big one. See, like, I've seen bits and pieces of Steven Universe. I will have it on in the background, but to actually say I'm rewatching it, I feel like would be lying. It's there. I'm not absorbing it, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a distinction there. With Steven Universe, is the episode you dislike the episode that's definitely not canon because it has a weird cameo in it? Yep. We're on the same page there. I knew exactly what episode you were talking about. I don't mind silly crossover episodes, but I have to like the shows or at least be okay with the other show, and I really, really did not like the existence of that. I think the problem, I think, especially with it, is just... Steven Universe is arguably a very serious show, right? It does have, like, joke moments, but it is a serious show. Uncle Grandpa is not serious. And it feels very out of place. Now, my concern right now is this is a very flat area with nothing. I'm gonna have to do something here eventually. Maybe. Cleo and I tried to watch Ghosts. We watched 2 episodes, because that's kind of the line, is you watch 2 episodes. If you can't get into a show after 2 episodes, it's not gonna happen. Actually, I shouldn't say it's not gonna happen. It doesn't deserve for it to happen. If you can't make a show that interests me after 2 episodes, you're not gonna get me. And Ghost sadly did not get Cleo or me in 2 episodes. We're like, nah. Yeah, though, that was the one we were watching. We were watching the British one, because, I don't think the non-British one existed at the time. So... They lost their shot. This is like an Office situation. I didn't enjoy the American Office. I'm not gonna give the British one a chance. It's just not gonna happen. I don't watch a lot of live action shows in general, so it's not gonna happen. It lost its shot. Go over there. All right, I kind of want to do this because I know I think there's some new people here that are hanging and lurking. So I should probably show y'all what we have on this server, because I haven't talked about that, right? I haven't talked about what we've done on this server. Wrong button. There we go. We've got our Fox Villagers. They're just a resource pack. Hey, Vividist. But a lot of what I do in this with armor stands. So we've got our little stack of stuff. This is real. But like the rest of this is all armor stand work over here. Ignore the disappearing rug. But all of this is armor stand work that I have done to just kind of give a lived-in atmosphere. We've got that. We've got our boat here, which I am working on. I need to do a lot of work. I'm very aware I need to do a lot of work. But you can walk up here. You can check out this. The mast is armor. Those are 3 armor stands. Those are 3 armor stands. We've got this, which armor stand. What? Nope. Sorry, you're real. Armor stand. 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 All the windows are armor stands. Is that armor stand? No, that's real. That's a real top. Real top. All those are real. This one's fake. But all that is armor stand stuff that I've done. You can see if I crouch here, I can go up, but you're not gonna crouch. And then things are placed specifically so you don't accidentally walk into them, but you got that. You can't go through them because they all have something inside them to create special hitboxes. Armor stands are on every single one of these pillars. Our lantern here, this is all armor stand work. So there's a full block. There's a armor stand. I think these are real. Nope, those are armor stands. Really? I forgot I made those armor stands. But armor stands on all the lanterns because we got the regular lantern, then we got that around it. Chain is real, and then we've just got decorations on top of all of them. Same for most of them, but like that's real. That's not real. That's real. That's real. We've got a gap in the path here because we put a little slope here, attachment points. There's glass panes right where I'm standing so I don't fall in. We've got this lovely archway. I love this Torii Gate so much. I'm so proud of this Torii Gate. But that entire top is armor stands. If I go up here, you can see that there's some walls sticking through it at the top. So that just gives proof that it is as such. Got armor stand, armor stand, armor stand, armor stands. They're all over in this base. Like I have done so much armor stand work. We even got like little bent up boards that are just armor stands. They're right there. And a lot of them blend in. The whole point of a lot of this base is where all can I throw armor stands in that you are not going to notice I threw armor stands in. Like where the goal is to make it so it's all easily overlooked if you're not thinking. So that is the premise for most of this base is how many ways can I hide armor stands in it? I love. Sorry, for anybody who didn't catch it last night, I had to laugh. Somebody found my YouTube. Somebody found my YouTube channel last night. They followed me from one of my shorts on YouTube. But not only did they follow me from one of my shorts, they joined the Discord, which is awesome. I'm really happy to have somebody new, especially somebody who came from YouTube of all places. What cracked me up though is in their bio it talks about Hermitcraft. And I just pointed out to them, I go, yeah, clears my partner. Like, what? Like, yeah. I love when people talk. They'll talk about Hermitcraft in my presence, but not be aware. Which to me is the funniest thing. Where's my cauldron? It's just one of those little things. It's like because it's one of those like I feel like I'm trying to be like cocky or brag when I do it, but it's like no. This is just too funny. I feel like lectured isn't wrong. I feel like that's a kid being excited that they recognized a phrase, not knowing it was something else. I don't think lectured is the right word. But Cleo's told that story like 5 times on stream alone. And it's always funny that people who hear it for the first time, like, the old story. Okay, so... Yeah, no, I think Cleo tells that story probably about once every 8 months. Thank you for the follow! Appreciate it. You have! I recognize your name. I recognize your name, CB. How's it going? My follow log isn't updated. Follow log, hello? Follow log. There it goes. Ooh, that was weird. Need to double check something really quick. Right. Let me recognize. Yeah. But hello. Apparently, Red, you being one of the most recognizable names in Cleo's streams, it's kind of funny. Like, it's funny to the point, Red, that like no joke, you're on the list of if shit hits the fan and we need a last second mod, you're actually on the short list of somebody to grab if shit hits the fan. You are there that often. Okay, so that's there. I want that, and then I think that's good, but I want to move this over here. I think. That's being a mod is not fun. Being a mod is not fun. This is an important thing actually regarding being a mod.
Really stretch their legs about now.
Probably, Mari. I don't want to yet. But like my rule for like this is always kind of a varied thing, right? But the general rule 1 for me has always been if somebody wants to be a mod, they're not going to be a mod. Well, I appreciate that a lot, CB. Thank you so much for popping by, and I hope you have a good one. I hope your day goes well. And I'm happy to see you here. So I hope I'll catch you again. There's gonna be rebranding, so don't get confused when I don't look like this if you disappear for a while. I'm stuck. There we go. I couldn't go up. Oh, it's because I'm on the mud. I'm an idiot. Like, why do I keep going so... I'm having weird movement things. It depends on the size of the channel a lot, Pika, but... Oh, I've gone on rants about that one before, Pika. One of my biggest complaints with Twitch, actually, from an aesthetic point, that many people may disagree with me on, but I think this is a really poor cosmetic choice that Twitch has done, right? Is I really, really hate that, that mods are a sword. And this was a big difference between Mixer versus Twitch. back when I was on Mixer, I had first done this. Mixer used shields. Mixer used shields to cover a mod, which that's what a mod should be. A mod should not be somebody who is attacking. A mod should be defending. Aging. So it always bothered me that they give them a sword here. Hey, Grib. Yeah, mods should be a shield. Mods should be a shield, or even I would even argue crossed swords would work. But a single sword to me only speaks of attacking. Two swords I can get where they're crossed, where you get kind of this like don't cross me type situation, protecting. But I still think it should be a shield. But the problem is when you're a mod, especially for very large channels, you will see all the things that don't come through. And you will see all the appeals filled with hate speech. You see a lot of really screwed up things. And it's not ideal. Thankfully with Cleo's, for instance, right? I've automated so much of it that the mods thankfully get to chill a bit more. Yeah, the scale is where you definitely go. I think it should definitely be a shield just because it's easier to portray. I'm glad we get to see what the auto mod catches. Now that I've got to experience it. I didn't like the idea of it at first. I did not like the idea of it at first. But I think what needs to happen is the mod needs to, or the streamer themselves needs to turn off their ability to see the held messages. The streamer needs to toggle that visibility off so they do not see it. And then the mod themselves should have that on. And the advantage with that is that the mods are able to now see if, say, somebody's trying to circumvent a rule, if somebody's constantly getting caught by auto mod because they're trying to break a rule, and you can ban people for things that they weren't even able to say in chat. If you have your settings set up right and it's stopping people from, say, doxing, you can report that ahead of time. You can handle all of that before things actually get through. Kind of, sort of, Pika. But yeah, mods are now able to handle things where people are trying to get past auto mod. And that's really important. Oh, they can, Grim. They can turn it off. It's in your, if you click the settings here, there is a, view held messages or whatever. And, the streamer can turn that off. So, yeah, so you just have the streamer turn that off and then the mods leave it on. I have it on because I very rarely have mods here, but I'm very quick to handle everything. And I think that comes with me being, a full-time mod as well, right? I can handle all of it very quickly. People also see me as a cis male, which means I am the target of less. I'm not cis, but it's fine. You know what I mean? But like, I'm seen as cis. I'm not a target. The worst I get is some occasional furry hate. Or maybe somebody will occasionally get mad that I have bi in my tags, right? I don't get targeted the way other marginalized groups do. And that means I'm less experiencing it, but yeah. Oh yeah, exactly, Grim. And it just depends on, it also depends on how, like, what type of game you play, where your priorities kind of lie. Some streamers are just arguably worse at reading their chat quickly. I've got 10 years of practice. Being able to read both, like, as somebody who has dyslexia, right? Even as somebody who has dyslexia, I've gotten very quick at reading, like, Cleo chat. I read every single message while I am there, unless I'm cooking. which I only bother to step away from Cleo's chat when another mod is present. But I read every single message. And the catch of it, though, is to learn where to stop bothering to read the message in the first place. Because, like, at a certain point, it's like, okay, this message is fine, I don't care. This message is fine, and I don't care, so moving on type situation, you know? But you get in those habits, right? And you use auto mod for certain areas to get something sorted out. Like, Cleo's no mass caps rule, right? That is a fully automated process. The most annoying part is people going, why did my message get deleted? That, like, honestly, why'd my message get deleted is the most common annoying thing in Cleo's chat. Because I'm gonna ask a general question for y'all. If your message gets deleted by a moderator, what's the first thing you should do? What's the very first thing you should do? Because this is such an easy question. Well, not quite, Chalice. What Pika said. What Pika said. Read the rules. Just go read over the rules, because if your message got deleted, you probably broke one. And it's probably obvious. Oh god, what game is this? Is awful. What I always find funny is because I assume some people are new. Some people are new to Twitch. I'll answer them, but I will answer them quite literally. Like, I'll literally go, just for this one, for instance, I'll go, it's Minecraft. It's listed below the title on all Twitch streams, and they go, no, what's it about? Like, you should ask that. I will be a smart... Well, okay, so there's two ways to look at that, though, Grim. It's not necessarily being a smartass. Because it's possible they legitimately don't know what the game is and where it is. But I will never just answer the question, because either they're being a smartass, they asked the wrong question, or they don't know how Twitch works. So I can either, and so with my message saying it's listed under the title of every stream, just like is one of those things where it's like, you've now learned. If you already knew that, then you asked a stupid question. I think the big stance there, though, Grim, is people will choose that I'm being a smartass when I'm modding. I'm being blunt. I'm being straightforward, and I'm not going to do any nuance. I will be straightforward. Yeah. But it's under the video is not being a smartass. I feel like your definition of a smartass is wrong here. It's under the video. Isn't being a smartass. Under the video is a straightforward answer. Because there's two options here. Either that wasn't what they meant. Oh yeah, they can see it as that, but that's not being a smartass. Being a smartass would be if I answered somebody who was if somebody was playing Minecraft and I answered the question for them with Terraria. Like, but like I said, with that though, that is a situation where if they do not know what the game is, and they're asking that in all seriousness, then they don't know how Twitch works. Every single short I do, if I'm not playing a really obvious game, has the question of, what game is this? If you've ever clicked on a YouTube description for a gaming video, it's in the description. I will reply with what on YouTube, because less people know that, I will reply with, it's this game, just so you know that's always in the description of pretty much any YouTube gaming video. But like, it's not being a smartass when you're giving the correct answer, and it's also kind of educating. I feel like you may have a misunderstanding of what the word smartass is. It's like, no, I'm gonna be blunt, and especially as a mod, as a mod, you're gonna be blunt more often than not. You're just gonna be blunt and straightforward because it's like, I don't like. What game is this is such a common question. It's what game is this? What is this game? When you could simply go, what's this game about? Which is a very different question. As much as they asked the wrong question, I will answer the question they asked. So I guess the other option here is if they mean what's this game about, and I answer, like, if somebody were to ask me, what game is this? And I'm playing Minecraft, and I go, it's a game where you go around and place blocks and collect things. But what if they wanted to know what the game was? What if they actually meant, what is this game? And then I answered assuming they weren't asking what the game was and meant, what's this game about? Like, I am going to answer every question in the most literal way to answer their question. Because otherwise, then I'm being an asshole by answering wrong, you know? Like, because that's not what they asked. I've had people get really angry before by telling them what the game is. And they'll go, I meant what's this game about? And they will get pissed. And it's just like, there's only... Like, they have a choice. I have, like, especially when it comes to modding, it's like, oh, you know, a message a second, right? You have a message a second going on, and then it's like, oh, but I didn't even mean that. Like, I'm not gonna spend the time trying to decipher your question, you know? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with coming off as a dick as a mod. Because I think anybody who... I think the only people who see me as a dick when I'm being a mod are people who aren't going to be sticking around. The issue I have, the biggest issue I have in Clio streams, right? The biggest issue I have in Clio streams is I'm always the one getting blamed. Every time. Anytime anything gets moderated, it's my fault. I don't even have to be there and I get blamed. But one of the things that I found funny is, and this was like a year and a half ago, and I found out about it through the grapevine. But on the Hermitcraft fan Facebook page, yeah, I talk a lot. I chat with people. They know everything. They see me. I'm most seen, and people are aware of it and whatnot. But one of the things that's funny to me is there was a Facebook group, Hermitcraft group, and people were whining about saying that Clio's mods are the reason that Clio's not more popular on Twitch. And they specifically cited me for deleting somebody saying hello. And I looked into this. I recognized the name to a point, and I figured out who it was. Because the date they did it, there hadn't been anybody that had been banned for a while. But they were saying they got banned for simply saying hello. Their ban reason, if I remember correctly, was they kept spamming hi in all caps with a bunch of exclamation points. and it kept getting deleted, and they got timed out at a certain point because they kept doing it. So they got timed out. They never got banned. And then another person replied, yeah, I got banned for just saying hello too. And it was, they got their message deleted because they said, hi, beautiful. They had specifically said, hi, beautiful, or hello, beautiful, which isn't allowed, and it's creepy and weird. So they got their message deleted for that. And they were told to stop using pet names. And they're going, I'm just being nice, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's not being nice. And they go, well, I'll just leave then. And so as a point in Cleo streams, if you ever say, well, then I'm just leaving, you're getting banned. Like, because we know you're going to cause a problem again. Pet names are only okay if you know the person. You should not be using pet names on anyone. You should not be using pet names on anyone. And I would argue you should not use pet names on anyone in chats, on streams, even if you know the person. Because not everybody knows that you know the person. The only people that should be doing pet names is if you're in a call together and people are watching both of you together, where people can see and judge the conversation that's going on there, and only to each other. Because you run into issues where when you allow pet names, you allow people to think that that's okay. And when people think that's okay, they're more likely to use pet names on each other. And you don't want people making other people uncomfortable, because the people who are going to be made uncomfortable by pet names are most likely not going to speak up. They're going to leave. Like, they're going to leave, and they're not going to come back, and you're not going to know why, and it's just going to be because they didn't feel safe in your chat anymore. And I will take, time and time again, I will take the safety and comfort of my community over 1 or 2 more viewers. And I know Cleo's the same way. I would rather have a smaller, tighter-knit community that loves and respects one another than ones who make people feel like they don't belong in it. And that's the big thing. And I know some people don't have a problem with pet names, or they don't see them as pet names. I don't like dude. But it's not because it's a pet name. And I know people don't mean it as a gendered thing, but it always feels like I'm being misgendered when I hear it. It is per community. It is per community, Grim. I'm not disagreeing with that. But people who are made uncomfortable by pet names are not going to tell you they are made uncomfortable by pet names. They're just not going to be there anymore. And you're not going to know why. So you will see people use pet names, and you will see that being the vibe, and you will see people being okay with it because everybody who wasn't left. And it doesn't mean that there's any hostility or rudeness meant, but people will feel uncomfortable, and people are not really going to tell you when they're feeling uncomfortable. Especially when it's a stream, they're just going to avoid the thing that made them uncomfortable. And if they're avoiding the stream because it made them uncomfortable, that's not good. You've kind of fucked up, you know? And it isn't to say that there's any, like... It's very rare that pet names hold ill will, especially when it's between friends. But if people do not know that you know each other, like if you just have a regular in a chat come by and use pet names with the streamer, people don't know that the streamer is okay with that. Even if they act like they're okay with it. People lie. Yeah, Bud is very much a Bud is a double to me. It's not only a gendered one, it's condescending. Bud is typically, at least in pretty much every situation I've seen it's somebody looking down on somebody who is younger than them and trying to be encouraging, but it is It is a kind of like, you are a child, I am an adult. Dude, bro, girl. Those are a lot of like unintentional ones, and I know people don't mean anything by them, but it's still very much a don't. You know, and it's just like I think the big thing isn't so much the terms being used, right? It's not the words that were used, but almost every time I hear them, or I hear somebody talk about like, hey, can you not call me that? Immediately the response is, oh, I don't mean it like that. It's like, I don't care what you mean. And I don't think most people care what you mean by it when you use it. Like, they don't tell you it makes them uncomfortable because they think you mean something gendered by it. They tell you it because they don't want to be called it. And because they trust you to not call them that. And when you defend it, I feel like there's this moment of, now I don't really trust you not to call me that. Yeah, apologizing and moving on is huge. Yep, exactly, Grim. And that's why, that's the thing that I've become, especially with my Blue Sky streamer tips. A lot of mine will say, I will start with like, I hate it when people do this, so I'm sure there's others that hate it when you do this, and I'm going to talk about this. And then usually people go, thank you for writing this down, thank you for saying something, this is something that bothers me and I never really could put it into words. And it's just those things of like, yeah, people don't want to cause problems, and telling somebody with pet names as a thing, they're telling you because they want to feel safe. But when you give excuses or try to dismiss it as it shouldn't have been a problem, rather than, sorry, I'll work on that. If somebody tells you, hey, don't call me that, just, sorry, I'll work on that. That's all you have to do. Granted, if you keep fucking doing it and you don't actually work on it, fuck you. But, you know, like that's the thing. A lot of people don't actually work on it. Or they'll just go, oh, well, I don't mean it that way. Like, I'm not saying you did. And I think that's the big thing. I don't think most people use a lot of like gendered slang pet names for people. I don't think they're using it to misgender, right? I believe you, Biga, don't worry. I don't think people are using it to misgender. I don't believe people have this hostility, generally speaking. But when people get really defensive about, oh, well, I didn't mean it that way, I don't fucking care what you meant by it. Like, intent is very important. Intent behind a fucked up action is very important. However, the result is more, so, okay, how do I put this? Intent is more important than action. Result is more important than intent. Right? Like, that's the thing. Intent, more important than action. 100%. I won't say it's not, but... If I did that, Chalice, I would tell them to slap me. Oh, so so I had a bit of an advantage in this, Grim. Though this is kind of funny. So with they them, I've always used they them as my default. Pretty much since high school, for referring to anyone. Mainly because, like, I got really tired of people talking about people and me not knowing who the fuck they were. So I just always said they, because I didn't know. I had no clue, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna use fucking they them for everybody. The times I fuck up, though, the times I actually fuck up pronouns most, because Like, I am non-binary. I fuck up pronouns. You know when I fuck up pronouns? I fuck up my own pronouns. But you know when I fuck up my own pronouns? When I'm referring to myself in the third person. I can speak to myself in like, the whole, like, I can use we to describe myself. But I think the problem is, right, when we use the term they, we are always talking about someone that is not ourself. When you're, and it's one or more. But for some reason, if you're talking about yourself and you go they, oh, they're an idiot. Like, wait. But I know who I am, but I didn't say I'm an idiot. And there's this like loop of logic in the brain where it just completely scrambles itself. Oh, my brain for they is just not me. I've never had the multiple issue. The one thing that got me, and this is something that I called my mom out for, and she suddenly stopped fucking up. My mom does not know that I am non-binary. I'm not dealing with that shit. It's not worth my time to deal with, and I don't talk to my family enough that it is an issue. But I used they in a conversation talking about someone specifically to my mom. And she goes, they, there's more than one? And I go, Mom, singular they, you knew how that worked like 5 years ago. Why are you confused now? And she just went, why am I confused now? And just had this moment of going, what the fuck? Cause like when I said you know that they is singular, you used to use they as singular. You're not stupid, and everything just kind of like she had this moment. Goes, no, I'm not stupid. Why? Like, and it's like the big problem is what's happening is we're having so many bigots in media that are loudly saying it's wrong that a lot of people are subconsciously seeing it as wrong, even if they know better. And that's where the media gets you. The media doesn't have to tell the truth. If you hear a lie enough, your brain will still register it as the truth, even if you know better. And that's where I think a lot of the issues going on right now is you know better. You just gotta call out people and go, you know better. Sorry, question. I've noticed certain people refer to themselves as we. At one point, we assumed they were in a relationship, which they came out later as not in one, and it confused me. That situation typically, Chalice, is the royal we. Typically. And I believe a lot of people use it sarcastically. It can be seen pretty heavily as a good reference is Katamari, the king of all cosmos, refers to himself as we a lot of the times. It's not actually serious for a lot of people. Now, there are some people I am friends with that do have multiple personalities and will use we when talking about their person and not the one holding the reins at the time. Yeah, Ren is doing it sarcastically. I don't watch Cub to have a comment on that. Ren is doing it from the royal we standpoint. It's just a cocky, it's a joke cocky comment that is typical of royalty. It's the ego of like, we, because we as in, I speak for the country. I speak for everybody rather than just myself. when you use we, it's like this is the statement of everyone, not this is the statement of just one person. And it's typically bullshit. But yeah, it's referred to as the royal we, Chalice. It's the royal we. That we is also always capitalized, as a fun little note on that. If you are using the royal we, it is a capital W. No, Pika, y'all means you all. Or all of you. Y'all is everyone. Everybody. Y'all means everybody, I think is the better way to put it. But yeah, I don't know about Cub. I use we for the community here. I don't like referring to the community by a name. Like, as much as, like, Cleo has the Horde, it would be really weird for Cleo to go, yeah, the Horde did this. Like, no. That means, oh, so Chalice, in that case, that would mean, the household. We, in that case, usually means the household. So everybody that lives under that roof. So, I would actually assume in that case, that would be, there's actually more than one person living there. So it's not saying I am doing it, it's that we, the family, or everybody living here is going to. That is actually just we in the typical sense, and I think you viewed it as singular when it wasn't. How does it look on the map? Hit the wrong button. How do I open my map? I don't actually know the map button, because Emma's doing this, which is not correct. Pineapples are in my head, because I'm brain dead. Where's my map? There we go. So you can see what all I've done. You can't tell I've done shit, but you can see what I've done. Well, and it could also be assumed, Chalice, that like Cub could be living with parents. Like it may not be a partner, it may not be a partner, or it may not be a kid, it may not be anything like that. It could simply just be maybe they're living with parents. You know what I mean? Like there's just options, right? Or maybe Cub has a roommate. World's expensive. By the way, y'all, there are still Minecraft packs available to claim over on Streamloots if you want one. That said, I am going to take a moment to stretch my legs. Because we haven't taken a break in 40 minutes when we were supposed to. So we're gonna take a quick step away. You're not gonna miss anything. It's just gonna be 3 minutes of clip show, music, all that fun stuff. But I will be right back. Specifically this and this dog. And we're gonna pet this dog with the best pet you have ever seen in any game in your entire life, okay? This is very important. This is a very important moment. There we go. Wait. Perfect. See?
Now I'll play the Blighty Bop. Enjoy.
Okay, really?
Oh,
Lamith just gifted 5 packs to the community.
All right. It said do it. Like that just said do it. Let's go. The note told me to do it. All the heroes' friends come together to save the day. God. This game. Why did I hear? I don't know what I'm experiencing, but it's the game. Which you just lost. Congratulations. One, my PC is lagging to all hell right now for whatever reason. Which I believe is Minecraft's fault. If I tab out of Minecraft, it runs better. But did I hear words on stream? There, I can kind of see. Y'all know this is a lot, right? Or is that ding when somebody lands in the middle? Okay, it's the same sound as words on stream. Okay, so somebody got the middle ding. We're fine there. Minecraft is laggy. Minecraft is very laggy, and I hate that. I would ideally have a dual PC setup if I could. We tried that at one point, and I got scammed, and I had to get a refund. But hello. Also, thank you, Larmith. I appreciate that a lot. For anybody who's unaware, I do this full time. Your support means the literal world to me. My game is sideways. But all of y'all support, it means the literal world to me. Especially the monetary support, because it is how I pay my bills. So, any and all support of that definitely helps. Sakura. Okay. I need to do something. And I'm tired of being underwater. I really think if I want to reduce the lag issue, right? I think it's just if I go into my video settings, because I'm doing 20 chunks, and I don't need to do 20 chunks. We can drop that down to 16, and that alone will do a lot. But like, I don't need to do a lot of what I have on here. Let's see. This is all fine. Drop that down. Woo. I'm also running shaders. Like, if I really, really wanted to stop it, I'd turn off shaders. But listen, Minecraft is ugly without shaders. Those are staying on. But like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, how are we doing? It's reloading the chunks so I messed with settings, but like, some days it's worse, some days it's not. And then we got the extra like effects, like what's going on me. I think what's going to happen though, when we start changing things, I'm going to be using a lot less of the shaders and stuff. There's going to be less browser sources. So there's going to be changes. That should all make things run smoother. So I like shaders, but I think the important thing is to basically reduce them really, really far down. Because I think the big thing is too many shaders are too, they're too much. They're just genuinely too much. Like, It's not to say they're bad. But like salmon. I don't know why that ended up on high. Shadow distance doesn't need to be that high. But like, I think it's one of those things where like I get oh, have you just learned Pika? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Well, Minecraft is fine with a lot of the stuff on. Like, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. Why are you on? Is that gonna change this shadow here? I actually don't know. Entity shadows. Does that affect my... Oh. Does entity shadows affect... Oh god, yeah. I need entity shadows. That one I do need on, because you can tell just by looking at this this here. So if I apply this, the shadow here should change. No? That didn't change as much as I thought it would. But what I want to do, and I'm trying to find it, where? Is it atmosphere? Clouds are fine. I'm trying to turn off the...
Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing.
I want to stop things from wibbling. Why are we wibbling? I've lost the ability to know where the wibble is. Where is wibbling coming from? Is it materials? It is. Okay, this. There we go. That was what I was looking for. I wanted to turn off the waving leaves. But what I find happens a lot of times when it comes to a lot of shader packs is they push it to the point where it's almost impossible to build with because they put a level of complexity in the stuff. Yeah, there's the shadow. But they put a level of complexity to the visuals of the build where it's almost like you can't actually immerse yourself in the game anymore. I think it's fine for exploring builds to have like super fancy shaders, but to actually build, I don't think that's where you should be. One of these days I need to figure out a building design and actually get some houses here. Yeah. Where? Whoop. Ah! Oh no! Eh! 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 Down we go. I need you. Wait, no, I need mangrove. Mangrove. I don't remember which one's mangrove. Mangrove. Found it. I always forget what mangrove logs look like on the outside. I see we're just bullying me now. Is that the idea right now? Is just bully Cameron? I mean, I'm fine with it. I just want to be clear that that's what we're doing. Eh. Eh. That is the wrong one. Why? Did I? I was gonna say I grabbed mangrove. Where did that come from? There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna have to remake the cards that exist as well. Basically with the new design, I want to turn the cards into tickets, and then I want to put little animations on all of them, more similar to like the Zenless Zone Zero cards that we have, because the Zenless cards I think are a really good representation of kind of like the feel I want on different cards, where they're animated, they show off a lot, they're like, they give you a fun feel for what's going on. I don't need to remake the special ones, like I don't need to remake the Minecraft ones, I don't need to remake the Zenless ones, I don't need to remake the Fortnite ones, I do need to stream Zenless again. But I want to make the new main ones into tickets. I want to put little animations on the tickets. So that way you get a more that way you get a more kind of like well-rounded thing, right? But it's one of those things where it's just like, I need to get that level of structure going. It's a good outfit. It's a really good outfit. There's also Pika. There's actually a second Fallout one that is the I believe it's Brahmin Guai. But Brahmin Guai gives me a second head. But yeah, all the dress up cards are gonna end up going away. I think an important thing that you may not know if you have a bunch of cards, you can break down those cards. So there is a destroy option. You can break down the cards and then you can actually use the points you get from them to craft other ones. And you can see the value of the ones you can craft and how much they cost and things like that on each card. Yeah, well, you're gonna get the points, but if you're looking to play the cards, you should play the cards, because every card from the orange, the like main collections, right? The Dress Up Mari, the Dress Up Me, the soundboard ones, and the main collection. If you really want to see those as they are now, you need to play them sooner rather than later. I'm slowly working on making a new collection, but those old ones will eventually just be destroyed, and you will get the value of the cards back, but you're not going to have those specific cards anymore, so be aware. Because, yeah, all the soundboard stuff, I'm going to be making all new ones. I'm not going to keep the ones we've had. We might keep the ones we have, but remake them. Like, make them in a way that's a bit more... make them in a way that works better for the new layout. Stream avatars, you're no longer going to be able to customize. I'm going to default them all to just be the Cowbears, probably, with no dress up. They're just going to kind of exist in the world and walk around. And you will have ones that are you, but I'm going to take away the commands, and they're just kind of going to walk around in the environment, I think. Maybe. There's still questions about what I'm going to do with stream avatars. There's a whole mess of things that I've learned. Like, I sent Puka some stuff this morning. I don't know if Puka's still lurking. But I sent Puka some stuff this morning regarding my research into Motion Studio, to make better soundboard effects and all that stuff. So, okay, I need apples. Those will always glitch out, but to make better captures of different programs stuff, and I figured out a bunch, and it was great, but it's what was causing me to have crashing issues this morning, and that was what I spent my 7 or 8 hours trying to figure out what the hell was going on, which wasn't fun. I want to think about this house, right? We don't have a way to get to this house. The entrance to the house is going to be on this side that I'm standing on. We've got the door. That's why the doors are there, so we know where the starts are, right? But how do we get to here? Also, I just had a sudden realization. I'm gonna have some nostalgia music for anybody who existed, anybody who existed in like 2008, I think. 2010, I think is, okay, it looks like it's 2013. Thought it was sooner, but, or maybe it was, and this is just what's popping up here. But here we go, as my game gets smaller. But I want a good entrance to this. And this is supposed to be my little house, or specifically, it's the way I'm going to hide my storage area, right? Because the storage area is down there in that little tiny, slowly shrinking hole. There's gonna be a boat here that's gonna be blocking the back. We're gonna find some way to disguise that. But how do I want to enter this? I think we do a little porch here, maybe? Wow. Do we have any slabs in one of these? We might have some over in the... Ah! Rude. We might have some over here. Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to go in there. I'm gonna go under. I'm just trying to get to the chest. Well, we had some planks. I'm gonna have to do something fun for that, because I think we can bring that in a really neat way. But I'm gonna have to do some weird trickery, because I kind of want to have that as like its own thing that gets moved down. But I'm also gonna have to redo, and I don't want it to be Milkshake anymore for that. I've been meaning to get a new one commissioned for that for a long time. Get somebody to draw a King of All Cosmos parody. Where's my woodcutter? Damn it, it's over there! I can't say. But I think my end goal with my new overlay, I think part of it is going to be, I think every Tuesday stream, we will try and make either a new soundboard or an enhancement to the stage, or we'll make something. We will make something for the stream every time. Because I think that's one of those big things where we need to get ourselves in this habit of, we're gonna make something. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something cool. We're gonna do something that stands out, you know? And I think we need to just do that every week at the same time. Do I want that there, or do I want it up one? I think I want it up one because the ground is gonna be there. And the house will be there, the door will be there. A bit of a barrier, but then we get that, and then we get like a stairway down. But I don't know specifically what we're... Rude. The Creeper Redeem will be fun. I think the Creeper Redeem will be more fun. I think what we're gonna do for the Creeper Redeem is we're gonna have like soot end up on me, but maybe I can get like an actual like a creeper walking out next to me. Sorry, I'm not stealing from you, Puka, I swear. But like maybe have a creeper kind of like creep out near me, or peek out from behind where I am, and then we'll have it explode and do like Ash, like the Divine Judgment card does. Because I could technically apply like physics to my character or a set animation. I don't really want to do that. But I would like to do something that's fun and incorporated. Spoopy. I need mud bricks. I'm having thoughts. I'm having thoughts right now. Do I have mud bricks anywhere? Anywhere? I don't think I do. So in order to get mud bricks, we need dirt. And we need to turn the dirt into mud. And we're gonna stand here. Okay. And now we need to take this and we need to go to our wheat, which our wheat is... I think we've got some over there. In a chest, I'm gonna go grab that first. Da-da-da-da-da-da. 30 in that one. We don't have a lot over here. How you doing? How's it going, Miles? Brendan? Very impressed you both have stayed alive. You were struggling before. I mean, your family's been struggling. Like, I know most of them have died. Is that the one I remember? I think that's the more slice of life one where they're talking about designing creatures for God, right? Yeah. I did see it. It was alright. It wasn't one that I could see myself really, like, being like, oh, I want to watch more. It just kind of existed. If that makes sense. Like, it never really hit my radar as one I wanted to watch. I'm good with those. I might have, like, passively watched it, but it wasn't one that got my focus. La, 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 la. This is a test for myself. Can I put packed mud in here? I can. Oh, that makes mini packed mud. Okay. Didn't make what I wanted. And I can make mini mud. Not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. I just remember the weird giraffe is the only one that stands out to me. I would like to bring up one of the weirdest bits of Minecraft discourse that I feel ever existed. People were so mad about the recipe book when that got added. People were so mad about the recipe book. I don't know, I guess they felt insulted when it was added? I never quite understood why people were mad about it. Oh, I thought those... Oh no, you just make it, I forgot. There we go. Yeah, I guess they felt insulted by it, but like... It was a good thing. It should exist. I just remember people were really mad about it. I was like, why? Minecraft is the recipe book is one of the best additions that has ever been added to this game. Because Minecraft itself does not tell you how to make anything in the damn game. Which is a major design flaw. Well, see, here's the catch, Pika. Here's the catch. Here is the catch. Both Yokai Watch and Pokemon suck because Digimon exists. And the reason Digimon is better is because Digimon has a set ending. Digimon is designed to finish. I hate shows that don't finish. I feel like this music that I'm listening to right now is like the perfect level of nostalgia for the early 2010s Tumblr people. Yeah, pretty much Labyrinth. Yeah, it's very much I memorized all these recipes for nothing. Well, see, that's just it though. That's just it. Picture it this way, Chalice. Play Minecraft in a vacuum. Play Minecraft without the internet. Play Minecraft without knowing other people who've played Minecraft. This is the big thing. Play Minecraft without anyone telling you how to play. That is a nearly impossible task. Like up until a few years ago, if you'd never watched anyone play or talked to anybody who'd played the game before, you would have never made it to the Nether. Even now, I'd argue you'd still not make it to the Nether on your own. Like, they have the broken Nether portals that exist, but like, why would Crying Obsidian not work? Why would I think to not make that work? Crying Obsidian should work. If Crying Obsidian worked, they'd be fine. But, yeah. The Nether is one of my biggest annoyances. I would also, I'm gonna be obnoxious here. The best designed mechanic that has ever been explained in game that exists in this game is the Wither. The only thing in this game prior to the recipe book and prior to some of the updates, the very first thing that was actually well designed and well implemented was the Wither. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Wither has a painting. Yep, the Wither has a painting, and the painting tells you how to find the Wither. Granted, you have no idea how to get to the Nether, so it's still not great. But there's at least something that is giving you direction. I don't think the cut red sandstone gives you any recipe information though. It's just there is a painting that shows the diagram of soul sand with the wither skulls. Granted, you've probably never seen a wither skeleton because you probably never made a nether portal if you're using that for your advice, because again, the nether portals are not well displayed. They're at least a little bit better. If they didn't put Crying Obsidian in, they'd be fantastic. But they put Crying Obsidian, which I feel like really breaks the whole thing. Crying Obsidian should work. That's my stance. Crying Obsidian should work. The best thing that I think they could have done to make the nether portals actually be something you stumbled upon, though, would be allow nether portals to work horizontally. If nether portals could work flat on the ground, you would have accidentally made one multiple times. Because the general idea of how you make a nether portal, if you have fire tick on anyway, is that the general way you mine obsidian is you end up finding a spot of obsidian and then you break out the interior ones as you kind of push towards them. So the idea is that fire could spread up into that from the lava that you're probably hiding next to or on top of, and it would light the portal and then force you in. That would have been the better way. The idea, Moon, is that the Crying Obsidian has broken. It has worn down, like it has run its course, which is why it's in the broken portals. I don't have like an idea of what I want to do because I don't want to have a like, do I have a path? Can't jump off that mud. Do I have a path that goes along here and comes this way? Or which I might do like a little like, maybe a desire path right here where there's like a bit of a, where there's like a bit of stuff that maybe shows that somebody's walked here, but you're not really meant to, and then the main path goes back this way and through here. My house in the middle of the swamp, my house. Like I'm trying to think, because you're gonna be here, you're gonna come off the porch, which I might have you go down this way. That would make sense, but I feel like the main path would still want to go that way. So I'm gonna push this back a little bit. Okay, so if we just picture this as like a path going back here, right? You're gonna come down some stairs here and probably turn and come out this way. And the main path would be here, but then we put like a little desire path that goes over that way. Is probably the most logical way. Now, the question does become, I'm only gonna go down one and like go right to it. Because there's not a lot of space here. Unless I drop this down a little bit more here, like I move this back. Like that. And we get a little more space, push this back a little bit too. But yeah, just having a little desire path I think will do a lot. I'm just trying to think. So yeah, you'd come down here. Go there, and then there. Can you move? Over here. Over here. Over here. Oh, thank you. Come on. We need to relocate you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Get the cat out of the way a little bit. Maybe? Or I put a railing there, and then you... Okay, I think it's gonna be that. And we'll do a railing on this block, so that way you come up, and then you have your little railing, but you walk down here, you walk here, and you go over. One of the biggest things I will say when designing a build in Minecraft, and this is my opinion on a lot of it, make it cramped. Stop making it open. Make it cramped. So like here, it's like even if I have a little porch here, I need a little like walk around, go here, and then like I have to think a little bit, right? I don't know how I'm gonna stop the player from walking through here, even if I do. I mean, I could do a trap door as a thing, and then have that be the railing, maybe, but make the player slow down. Yeah, Mari is going to be very different in the new overlay. For anybody who didn't catch it, Mari is not planned to be consistently on screen. She can be if she wants, but Mari is going to be designed to be more of a UI element. In that she's going to pop up, she'll say things when things happen. She will comment on those things, but she'll pop up. She'll be the pop-up. She will appear, if you've been to our friend Watermunch and his streams, Watermunch has it so the little like frog pops up in waves, right? When it's Watermunch has the frog that pops up and like waves and greets people, or like does the like new follower little alert, right? And that's what we're gonna be looking at, is a situation like that. Except Mari will hang out a little bit longer for those. So Mari is not going to have the dress up redeems. Milkshake will have the dress up redeems. And Milkshake will be like taking part of being able to be dressed up, and I will be taking part in being able to be dressed up. But Mari is going to be more of a stagehand scenario. We're also one of the eventual plans, and I don't know how long it's going to take. One of the eventual plans I want to add is we're going to have some stagehands. So it's not just going to be Mari and Milkshake. I haven't exactly named them, but I'm thinking I'm going to name them something along the lines of stars. Because they're going to be they're going to be little rabbits. I want rabbits to exist all over the stage and doing little things in the background and maybe like pushing out set pieces when we bring in new set pieces for whatever's going on. But I want to have the stagehands kind of like grab stuff and push things in and do things like that. We can theoretically put little markings on all of them if you want to be able to differentiate them. We can give them like little patterns or like occasional little like spots, right? So we can make that a thing. But that's a much further down the line thing. The main thing right now, and I know this sounds a little bit self-serving, but like money has been tighter for me for a lot of this stuff. Like money has been really tight, especially the last 6 months. Like my income has been way down. If everything works out well and this helps my visibility, because that's I think my main issue right now is I do not have visibility. Y'all are wonderful. Y'all are amazingly supportive, and I know y'all help out where you can, which is greatly appreciated. It's just one of those things where because my income has been down, right? I'm not able to commission people for the things I want to do, bonus stuff. Like I've got the money for my new VTuber. I just need to get off my butt and get all of that sorted out and planned properly and figure out exactly what I need to do the final, like, here's the commission type stuff. I'm also gonna be commissioning a new drawing of Milkshake and of Mari. So those are all 3 planned. But I want to be able to commission people for the things I need, but I can't do that till I'm more stable. Right? So there's steps in the ways. You're getting ahead of yourself, Pika. We don't even have the buddies yet. But yeah, there's just a lot of like little things that I need to sort out. I want to commission bits and pieces. I want to make a lot of it myself. And we're just gonna have to kind of sort through it as we do. Oop, I hit the wrong button. But yeah, no, there's just a lot of things that need to be done, and like a lot of it is going to be like I want to have set pieces for the stage that, depending on the type of game I'm playing, I can change the set piece. I want y'all to be able to move in pieces of the set, maybe. Though I'd like to stick to mostly game manipulation, outfits, and soundboard again, so we don't overwhelm. But if there's like little props, maybe we can have that be controlled by y'all. But I kind of want to be in control of the set itself, so that way, if I'm playing a certain game, I can change it, right? And I want to do stuff like that. So like if we're playing Minecraft, we can have like a little Minecraft set. If we're playing a fantasy game, we can have like some like castle ruins and glowing magic. Just different things like that, right? And it's a whole thing. But yeah, the idea is to make everything kind of fit. Sorry, my brain is not braining on the things it should be braining on. I need you. I need warped. I need the mushroom. Mushroom wood! The stagehands will probably not, well, if the stagehands are appearing on the stage in bits, in like portions, right? This is where they are not consistently on screen. If they are appearing for just a moment, they will probably not have outfits. If they are something that can be used as some sort of redeem, then maybe. Maybe for that. But that's not something I've really fully thought about, because a lot of the stuff, a lot of my stuff does not even end up on paper. It stays in the brain, and these are like ideas, and these are the things that will get done. And I keep them up in the brain because writing them down, they end up being lost. It's like, well, I wrote them down, therefore I've accomplished it. But I have so many thoughts in the brain space that it can be a bit overwhelming. So I want, okay, so if we come down here, and this is our little path, I want it to be a little bit above the mud, because my idea here is that the water might come up, the water might go down, whatever. So we'll go right here. And then coming down here, you're gonna go here, here, and then I feel like you're gonna jog over to the side a little bit, because you're actively still trying to get over to the town. So you're gonna list a little bit. Go there. And maybe we'll put like something like that. Right, so you come down, you go here. Yeah, that angle feels good. You're gonna start moving that way. We'll put like something. We'll put something here that would like stop you. Like maybe we put a tree here. We've got that part of that tree, so we might put a tree there. We might put like a structure that's kind of fallen. But you get kind of a path here, right? It gives you some sense of direction. Which is the key thing. And then we'll have like a little desire path going this way. Oh God, sorry. The problem right now, I think the main reason my brain is not all entirely there is because I was doing tech stuff on my end so much this morning, trying to sort out things. I had to go through a tech support Discord. And they were useless. They might have been more helpful over time, but a lot of it was just random stuff. Like, this is not what I need. I will find my answers elsewhere at this rate, you know? And I still want to figure out what to do with the billboard redeem, because I would like to do something with that. I think the billboard redeem is fun. But I need some way to make the billboard redeem incorporated into the stage. Because there's got to be a fun way I can do that, right? Yeah, marquees just feel like a lazy option. Marquees are an option, but they feel like a lazy option for the stage visuals, because I'm already going to be using a marquee for the Streamloots goal. And I'm gonna have that rotating bar with it. Like, I'm gonna have the rotating feed, I'm gonna have the active sub goal that we have in the upper right. And I'm going to be having the Streamloots goal all as a marquee, and like adding another marquee is just like really another one. So I don't know yet. I do not know. Bleh. Wondering how I'm going to do this building. Like, my brain is going through some interesting approaches for how I could do this. It could be the laggiest fucking building if I wanted. My brain is just going... You want to use slabs for the walls. And it's like, I kind of do. And I would hate if I did it, but I want to use slabs for the walls. But because you can walk through vertical slabs if I make them, I would need to have something in it so I could put trap doors for all the walls. And have the vertical slabs inside that. And then we have the entire room built inside that, but I would have to do all the walls in vertical slabs. Which we know we can do because we did it over here. Like, we've got vertical slabs there. We can do it. That's not an issue. But do I hate myself enough to do that? What's that, Chalice? But yeah, we would put trap doors there and do the vertical slabs inside the, like, clipping through. It'll allow us a little bit of visual depth. An interesting shape to it. Oh, I hate this, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. One of those stand-ups that are in old style stages that have some sort of advertisement or sponsor on them. Yeah. Maybe. But yeah, the billboard redeem, I think, is probably going to stay in its current state for a while. Ah. Gotcha. So you needed a way to kind of hide it. So you could do basically siding, right? Oh, you're saying use trapdoors for it. Yeah. Gotcha. So what I need to do here is I need that. Really? You alright, bud? Did you choke yourself in your sleep? Okay. So we do that, right? Yeah. So we'll do this, and once I have the armor stands, I'll be pushing this out just a little bit further. Or do it. Oh no. I want it here. I want to do the inside. Because I'd rather not have it stick out too far on the outside because we do have to walk here. So it'll clip a little bit, but we shouldn't run into any issues. Then we'll be able to go this way. It'll be deep enough that it'll cover both sides of this. And then on the outside, we do the same thing, except we do it... Actually, on these other three walls entirely, we'll do... We'll do it this way. I hate that. That shouldn't be that way. Am I not able to get out of that? There we go. But yeah, we need to do that. Then we hop down here, and we do there, there. I might do something different on the back wall of this building. I'm not 100%. But this at least gets the general idea that, hey, there's this. That doesn't matter. The catch here is going to be, I want to do something that hides that. So I'm going to have to do some sort of maybe a trellis kind of vibe. We could do a lot of different ways, but if we do like a trellis vibe, right? We'll be able to hide that portion of the home We could do something with a bunch of leaves, even. Some of the mangrove roots, maybe. Where we have, like, mangrove roots coming up through there and doing their thing. Because, like, I could put, like, a mangrove tree right here. And then have, like, a big root coming off of it going this way that would conceal that. Hey, Somya. There's a lot of ways I can hide that. I really not have any ladders. Huh. Would have figured I would have had some ladders. I did. There we go. Okay, got it. I just wanted that to look a little bit nicer. But yeah, so we'll go here. We'll have the door that goes in. We'll put a railing on this. Bitch. There we go. Now I can put this one here, but then that makes these ones weird. So I think what I want is I want it there, but I want this one here. And we should be fine. Yeah. Maybe? This one's conflicting. Because, like, I don't like that. It's not, I probably won't notice. Because I'm going to add some ornamentation right here, I probably won't notice. Right? I think. You're not even going to see these ones, just as a reminder. You're not going to see those ones. Those are there just as a hitbox. That is for me to run into when I try to walk through the wall. Just as a comparison, just like all of these, which are clearly armor stands, I can't walk through them because there's a wall in there. This one I can kind of, but there's heads in there. There's a wall and a fence gate in here. There's a glass pane in there, right? Like, you can't walk through them because I put something there. You can walk through here, but these are at a height where you can't go through. There's stuff inside those stopping you from walking through them, right? Like, that's the crucial thing, is like, if you're gonna do these, you need something in the way. These bottom two have a wall in them. Which might be why they're casting. Actually, should I put the I'm not sure if I did this or not. But I need to double check if I made... I don't think it entirely matters what I put here, but I need those. And the reason I need those is we need to go up here. And I need an empty hand, and we're just gonna go here and go add 2. Okay, so see, I put a wall there, right? But I didn't put one on this one. And the reason we need to do that is so that way it casts a shadow. But if I did a wall there, this one should be a wall as well. Huh? Doesn't matter what kind of wall, just that we have a wall. But like, just, you can see right there, right, that it's not, that there's not much of a thing there, but if I add that there, now we have that, which gives a lot more, so when I move this back over, it feels like it all has a cast shadow. Because I believe this one has one, right? Yeah. So there's ones all the way through, but you get things like this where they don't quite have a block in there. And when they don't have a block in there, their shadow gets a little less interesting. So we need to make sure we always do something. Because like right there, it's proper, but yeah, things will look odd if you do too many. So I think it's really important to get a hitbox inside of everything if you can, and try to get as close as you can. So like right here is a good evidence of this, right? This isn't quite right because that pot at the top I don't think has one. So its hitbox is very eh. These don't have anything in them that cast one. I think it's because this is a player head and this is a player head. And player heads, oddly, don't cast a shadow. And that's an entity. I don't know what's in that one. I think that's a player head as well. But like, they're not quite casting the shadows we want them to be casting just because of the way things are. But if we do this again, because we're at 40, let's go into our video settings, shader packs. Shader pack settings, lighting. Yeah, not lighting? Other? Performance? This one. Because they count as entities. Yeah, so now look at our shadows. That is from that. And these are finally casting a shadow. Like, we're still getting decent frames. I'm dropping to 28 occasionally. But I blame all these. I blame all the leaves. Because if we look this way, where the armor sends are, it's fine. Yeah, it's those leaves. I wish that with shaders, they had a setting like, yeah, for these, you can tell us whether or not to do ray tracing on vines or not. I hate vines. Like, I hate the vines. I love the mangrove swamp. I hate the vines. They just cause annoyances. Help! Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get some mud. I'll probably make some fake slabs of mud or like a mud carpet to help some of this fill out a little bit better. Which is pretty easy. We would just take a piece of mud and like set it there. We could even scale it up a bit. Actually, that might be fun. Let's grab One of you. A little bit of mud, right? So just as a test here, right? We're gonna click on you, no gravity. I need your arms really quick. Where are your arms? Show arms. In a little bit. Give you that. Go here. And then I want to place this on your head. And then we'll hide the arms. So that way you don't grab any new items, right? Yeah. This is why you want to hide the arms. So you don't accidentally give them anything. Now we want to swap the head. What? It's 180? Wrong one. This one? Yeah. So we flip that because it's, for those who are unaware of... I closed the wrong thing. One sec. For those who are unaware how armor stands work, if you've ever seen an armor, like something an armor stand has turn dark, it's because of this. This block here, this yellow block. That has to be not inside of a block. So if you flip the head upside down like this, you get a little more to work with. We're gonna go, and we're gonna move that down one entire block, and then we're gonna scale this up to 3? Maybe?
Everyone should really stretch their legs about now.
Probably. But you can see already, right? Like, just moving this. I think it's 3.2 is what I need. We just move that there, and then we nudge this back. To like there, and then I want it a little bit lower. Put it like right there. And then invisible. Like, look at that, right? It doesn't look that out of place. Like, obviously it's a bit, and it's in a strange height, but like, even if I walk through it, it's mud, right? Like, it makes sense. But just by doing something like that, we can create these areas. I think arguably the better thing to do here, and I don't know how well this will work, but... yeah, so we put that there, and then we create another one, and we put it, like, right here. The only issue is that it's, like, its texture's a little bit too big because of how much I scaled it up. But we could do... what is it? So if that's 3.2, 1.6 is a regular block, 3.2 is 2 blocks. So right there is... wait. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm just trying to think how many I need to move. So 1, 2, 3, I need to get to right here. And then we move it up. I wanted to make it a block and a half, so I was trying to figure out where that line was. And line that up to about there. Right there. Right, we can just do something like that. That's less obvious that something's wrong. Now the catch is I can't move that easily, so I gotta do like +5. And then we go here again. Go here again, and then do -5. I forgot you can't, like, walk out of that. You actually can't walk out of mud onto slabs. You do have to hop. But, like, you can look at that and that, like, doesn't feel really out of place, right? It is out of place, but it doesn't scream, hey, look! Ooh, why do I have security notifications popping up? What's going on? I just got... I always love this. That was... What would have happened at 2 o'clock? One sec. VitaZoo. Is it Twitch? Is it TikTok? I have... There's a site that gets blocked by my phone every so often. And I think... Well, it wasn't that. When did... I don't know what triggered that. But I must have been pushed ads at some point. Because I got a blocked URL from VitaZoo, and I don't know what advertiser VitaZoo is. I mean, VitaZoo is a conglomerate that pushes ads, but it shouldn't be Twitch because I have Twitch Turbo, so there'd be no reason for me to get that. But I wouldn't have opened TikTok then because that wasn't near when I ran ads last. Like, that was 20 minutes ago. I didn't run ads 20 minutes ago. Why did my phone trigger that I was getting ads? Like, I'm just looking at it like, Weird. Ugh. Sorry, my brain does not have stamina right now, and I believe it's because I did so much earlier. I'm gonna move this up just so I know it's there. Because I don't want that in the way right now, so it's just gonna sit awkwardly. You know what? You can move up into space. Look, we have our hover statue up there. I need to put a bed over here. Do I have materials for another bed? I should have materials for another bed. I mean, I definitely have materials for another bed. I just need to make... Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I had another bed. Ba, 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 ba. But yeah. My brain, however, is sadly checking out right now, so I think I am going to call it. I do apologize for ending a little bit early, but yeah, I can only force my brain to do so much with how much I was dealing with this morning, trying to sort things out. So I do want to thank y'all for hanging out and being absolutely lovely and wonderful and fantastic. We will be streaming again later tonight in about 5 hours, a little bit more than 5 hours. No, 5 hours. I'm just gonna say 5 hours. 5 hours is pretty accurate. But I do need to send you on your way. Like, we're not just gonna be like, no, that's good. But I want to send you on your way, and I'm gonna send you over to one of my absolutely wonderful friends, who is also playing Minecraft. I think. Wait. I want to make sure they're not leaving. They're not moving in Minecraft, they're just chatting. Which screams that they're about to end, you know? Okay, no, they're continuing to play. Awesome. But I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. You are really wonderful. I will be streaming later. I don't know what I'm gonna be playing yet. I don't have any answers to that. I go with the flow. I need to try and fix the bug I'm having in OBS, which is my current project, and then I'm gonna get some food. Y'all should get some food as well. But we're gonna raid my friend Sly. Sly is great. Sly is wonderful. Sly is chill. But like, go give them some appreciation, okay? I'm sure she will be happy to have you. She's currently playing on their Cobblemon SMP. Relaxing and vibing. And yeah, I appreciate y'all and I hope you have a fantastic one. With that said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.
あ、感じる。コスモを感じるわ。